Well, rookie minicamp has concluded, dude. And for Commanders Nation, this is exciting times because we want to see, obviously all 5 of our draft picks. I'm excited for each and every single one of them. Anyways, going to Connerly Jr., our first-round pick.
What's going on, Commanders fans? Beautiful day out here in Asburn to get some work in, and we had a great day. You know what I mean? Go Commanders.
This is a guy where, the more I keep reading about him, the more I fall in love with the pick. The more I do. I even came across, Mel Kiper said that he would have been a top 5 pick next year. People forget, he's only 21 years old. One of the youngest dudes in the draft. We got him at pick 29. But yeah, man, he also said this yesterday.
The Commanders, have you had a chance to talk to Jaden Daniels or any of the rookie class yet from last year?
Yeah, I talked to Brandon Coleman a little bit, and he just, gave me a little rundown of just how these few days would have been, and it helped me a lot, and just told me go out there, be yourself, and make sure you know everything. So
I love that, dude. I freaking love that. Brandon Coleman, a guy where people forget about. They don't forget about him, but he was 24 years old as a rookie. A 24-year-old dude reaching out to a rookie who's 21 years old. You gotta love the camaraderie. I like that, and I'm one of those guys where I'm just I'm not giving up on Brandon Coleman. We don't know where he's gonna be yet. He was gonna be right tackle. Now that's gonna be manned by Connerly Jr. He might be left guard. I'm assuming he's going to be left guard. I kind of want him to be left guard. I kind of need him to be left guard, honestly. But, I'm excited about that, dude. It's look at Connerly, granted, it's just, pads. But, look at this. You can see the athleticism with this dude. You can see it just in the videos, him warming up. Anyways, in this video, it's going to be a very quick and random video. I'm going to put lots of clips, lots of press conference clips as well. For the Commanders minicamp weekend. But yeah, man, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I truly appreciate it. So, Trey Amos, he had a lot of buzz this weekend. And granted, it's just minicamp, all right? They didn't do anything. The entire team wasn't there, but you can just feel the vibes of this guy, just the aura of him. This is what Dan Quinn had to say about him.
He'll play outside mostly, but it's the length and to be able to defend these contested passes. So often when you're playing man-to-man or close matching and coverage, having that size and length to defend, the guys on the outside, that's one of the things that we really liked about Trey's game.
Hat's backwards. When the hat is backwards, football is near. Fuck, I'm going backwards too, dude. I don't give a fuck. I feel like we should all put our hats backwards now. From now on until September, I'm going hat backward. I'm going to get a tan. I don't care, but I'm going hats backwards. But anyways, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. Trey Amos, just even thinking about, I'm just dude, we got lucky. We got lucky with him. The fact that he fell all the way to the end of the second round, and now they're trying to justify it, quote unquote, with this whole back injury issue that they actually asked him about in the multiple press conferences yesterday.
After you were drafted, there were some reports that came out that you had a back issue that caused you to fall off some teams' boards. I'm just wondering what you made of those reports, and really, most importantly, how's your health, how's your back?
Everything's good, I'm out here still competing, practicing every day, so really no, signs.
Listen, the back is nothing to worry about. The back will be fine. Get a masseuse. He's going to be fine. As a matter of fact, Dan Quinn, they asked him the same question in his press conference, and he was just he kind of shrugged it off. He was like, direct that question to AP. This is something where it's just, to me, it's just getting blown out of proportion. It just seems like excuses from people around the league. They're like, damn, they didn't draft Amos, Or, I don't know. Obviously, that wasn't leaked by the Commanders. The Commanders would not leak that. It makes no sense. But, this is a guy where I'm just I keep thinking this and I keep saying this, and I feel like this is a popular pick, but, the fact that Frozo, Mikey Sanders last year, he raised the bar. He raised the expectations for us with our rookie cornerback. I feel like that expectation is going to be transferred over to Amos unjustly because, obviously, they're two different people, two different players, two different football players. But I still feel like Amos is giving us that vibes that Sanders still gave us last offseason. Sanders still, he came in and we were excited about that pick. He was actually he was 24 years old. He's going to be 25 this year, Sanders still. But, he came in with the expectation of, he's going to contribute from day one. And I'm getting the same vibes from Amos. I am. Just thinking about Amos, you gets me excited, dude. Like, this is a guy where I'm just like, he not only fit the BPA mold, he fit a need. And we got a jackpot at the end of the second round. Like, I'm like, the more I think about it, I'm like, no, we got 2 first-round picks this draft. Amos was considered to be a first-round pick, well, late first-round pick. And they were considering him pick 29, too. I don't know, man. I just like, Amos, man, I'm just saying, dude. I'm really excited about this kid. I think he's going to be the guy who contributes the most in his rookie year out of all everybody. I mean, Conley, yeah, hopefully. But, like, you know, Amos is, I feel like he's getting more ready to step in. And also, one thing I noticed about Amos, he has that swag. He has that confidence. You see it in his press conference. He has a grill. He has a grill. You need that in the cornerback, and you need a short-term memory. You can just tell, like, nothing phases him. You know, Sanisto last offseason when I was watching his rookie interviews, he gave me that too. And like, I don't know, I do feel like it's unjust, the comparisons, you know, but I'm just getting like this guy's like supremely confident, doesn't let nothing phase him in his interviews. Like the entire interview, like he was just like, yeah, I know I'm the shit. Look at the grills, boy. You know what I'm saying? You can just tell that, you know, you need that in a cornerback room.
Spain.
Sin comentarios. No comment. I don't know what to tell you on that.
Sí, pues. Así estaban hablando sobre venir a España, algo así, pero you know, that's a rumor that we might go to Spain willingly by the NFL. But, you know, the schedule releases on Wednesday. DQ's dicking around with us. You know, he can dick around sometimes. I'm fine. Like, you know, I personally would, I mean, if Jaden Daniels goes there, wrecks in Spain, they're saying I think we're going to play the Dolphins. The Commanders Nation will go from the DMV to the DMS, Spain. You know, for like, well, I gotta stop saying that Commanders Nation is just DMV because there's Commanders fans all across this beautiful country. But yeah, man, I don't know. He just played around with us, and he could play around. Another thing I know is like Zach Ertz was there, like a veteran that doesn't even need to be there. Rookie minicamp, he's there. You know, like this is a guy where you need these veterans, and like not only is he a veteran, but he's a veteran that's producing. Granted, he did have his slumps last year, the dropsies. I will admit, he had the slumps. But he came up and he picked up at the very end of the season where we needed him, and that's what veterans do. Veterans, they play well in December onto January, and that's what he did for us. I'm super, super, super happy he's back with us. Great mentor, not only for Jaden, but for the entire team. I hope this guy plays till he's 45. Oh, no, he's not going to play till 45. Krosky Merritt, doing his thing. The most athletic running back in our room. This is another guy where it's just like, you know, when I said all 5 of our picks, like, I'm super excited about, I am. You know, the 7th round pick is like the wild card. You know, because usually 7th rounders, like, we kind of write them off sometimes. Elite athleticism. 4.45 40 time. 40-inch vertical. In a room where we don't have that, you know, home run speed, ability, threats in the running back room. You just see these clips, like you can just see like the effortless. I mean, granted, you don't want to jump ahead with the conclusions because it's just rookie minicamp. But you know, you like to see this type of stuff, dude.
Through these doors, man, it's just like all the memories, and then they got the 21 jersey on the wall in the equipment room, and then you just see my brother's name, man. You know, it's something I feel like I got to do and to represent him. So best way I can possible to do that. I'm the type of person that thrives on critics. You know, I'd rather be critic than all the positivity because, you know, I got to get better. So I just love to see all the critics, you know. Gabe Taylor.
Gabe Taylor is a guy where, you know, I feel like he's going to be like the quote-unquote darling of the minicamp, you know. And, you know, don't get me wrong. Like, I believe it's a beautiful story. Much respect to him and his family. His family has meant a lot to us over the years. I mean, you know, but I'm rooting for him. I guess I feel like everybody's obviously is rooting for him. But I feel like there's also like this division where people are just like, no, he has to make the team. And I'm just like, he has to earn it like everybody else on the roster, you know. But granted, that's not going to sway me or sway anybody else. I mean, you know, I'm speaking for myself. That's not going to sway me from rooting for him. I'm praying for this kid. You know, this is a great story. It's kind of like a Disney story, but at the end of the day, you know, the one thing that like strikes me out about this kid, I feel like I'm gonna make a video about him that goes way in depth. But one thing about him is just that you can see his mental is straight. His mental is good. He's very self-aware. He said it multiple times throughout the draft process. I'm not here to be a star. I know my role. He's a bit undersized. You know, he's going to be here and produce on special teams. Perfect. That's what he's being realistic with himself. Self-awareness. You love that. You need that. You know, and I keep thinking to myself, like, okay, if he doesn't make the roster, and of course, like, again, I'm going to keep saying this, but obviously, like, I'm rooting for him, you know, but I'm in a camp where I feel like he has to earn a spot like everybody else. But, this big but, he can get into the practice squad. I mean, like, granted, there's multiple steps for him to even get there, honestly. But, like, you know, if he's already coming in with the mentality, I'm going to be the best special teams player that you guys need, that's what we need from him. We don't need him to be the freaking, you know, the strong safety of our future. We need him to produce on special teams, and he knows that. And he has the athletic ability to do it. I keep thinking to myself, it would be nice if he can end up being our DeShazer Everett, our Jeremy Reeves of the future. You know, if Jeremy Reeves takes him under his wing, that would be awesome. But at the end of the day, he has to earn a spot like everybody else. You want to send that right message to everyone in that locker room. And, you know, but he comes from like a family where he's a hard worker. His mental is already there, perfect. So, you know, you heard him in that interview. Like, that's one thing that really impresses me about him is that he knows his role. He knows his role, and he's going to do it to the best of his ability. Nothing really happened, you know, just a bunch of dudes in shorts running around. But, you know, it's nice to see the camaraderie out there. It's nice to see the stuff, you know, the team back out on the field. Later on this month will be the mandatory minicamp. But, yeah, man, let me know what you guys think. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I truly appreciate it. Till next video. Peace, y'all. Put your hat backwards. Okay, you don't have to.